72-58. Rui's your leading scorer with 17 points. And from Fairleigh Dickinson to Florida State, our sports team has been there for this whole run. Sports director Keith Osso and Alyssa Charlston, the only people I know who can rock a red minivan, join us now live from Anaheim. And guys, how does a win like this help the Zags going forward?
Well, it's going to help them because they get to stay alive in advance, but what you don't hear is the minivan heard you and revved its engine a little bit. It's right next to us. You know what? This is one of those deals where Gonzaga wanted payback. It was almost like it didn't even matter that this was in the Sweet 16. Meet us in the schoolyard. We want to beat you on a basketball floor. And they had to lead the entire game, up double digits at the half. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. And the guy that's been struggling shooting the ball found a good time to find his stroke. I mean, what a shot by Norvell to put him back up 7, and everything kind of settled down from there.
Shooters shoot, and we know that more than anyone. That is the case with Zach Norvell Jr. Always talking about confidence, 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 and he has that. He went 4 of 14 in those first 2 games, 4 of 8 tonight, and he sunk the game winner. That's why they call him Big Shots Next.
I can't lie, when I seen it go through, I knew we were going to win. You know, it was such a big shot and something I'm so used to him doing and seeing. And when it went in, I looked at him and started smiling like, hey, you did it again, bro. And you did it again. Thank you.
You know, that was a really, really big shot. And, you know, Zach is just made for those shots, really. He just made, or he's just the guy for us to hit those shots that are really, really big for us. And so, obviously, I was just super hyped. And that's kind of when I knew that we're going to win the game for sure now.
But it's kind of another day in the office for us. He takes and makes huge shots, and that's what he does. And he was due. He's been due for a long time for a big shot like that.
A very, very impressive game from the Gonzaga Bulldogs, but at the same time, they didn't really blow up the world with this game. They were within 4 late, something that I talked to Texas Tech fans after the game, and they were like thinking that Gonzaga would have pulled away much earlier in that one, but you still have 4 guys in double digits. Still an impressive win to build on now. Elite 8 bound.
Well, we knew it was going to be a fist fight, and that's what it was. So statistically speaking, Alyssa's right. There wasn't a lot of stats that jumped off the page like, wow, they really ran away from their opponent tonight. But it's just one of those things where you're in the Sweet 16 against a team you don't like that much because they beat you last year. You win by a point, move on. Who cares? So Gonzaga on to the Elite 8 for the 2nd time in the last 3 years. 40 minutes away from that magic word, Final Four. We're going to catch up with them tomorrow and ask them about that. And if you feel like staying up a little bit, you can catch us on Good Morning Northwest in just a few hours. So it'll be a lot of fun talking about Zags and the Elite 8. Taylor, as we kind of get ready to turn the page onto the next team, and why don't you tell us about who they're playing next?
Hey, well, thank you guys, and who needs sleep, right? Well, unlike me, Gonzaga doesn't thrive on rest. They like to get on the court and stay there. They get 1 day to get ready for their Elite 8 matchup against Texas Tech. They beat Michigan tonight. That game tips off Saturday at 3:09 Pacific.